All right, guys. Namaskar. Today we are gonna solve one of the most frequently asked questions in interviews where you are applying for companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro. This question has came many a times in different forms. So we are talking about reversing an array. Let's straight ahead jump into the problem. Let us say that you are provided with the size of the array and the following elements. So the size of the array is 7 and you are having 7 elements like this 20, 30, 40, 50 and up to 80. 7 elements. Your task is to output an array in which these elements are in reverse order. For example, for this particular case, the reverse order would be 80, 70, 60, 50 up till 20. Now, let's jump ahead into the approach. What do you guys think what actually happens when we are reversing an array? Today we are look exactly into that. When you say we are reversing an array, what we actually do is basically write the elements from the highest to lowest index. But what we forget at more logical level is that what all we are doing is just swapping the first element with the last element, swapping the second element with the second last element, swapping the third element with the third last element, and fourth with the fourth last element, which in this case is itself 50. This way we can solve our task, that is reversing an array in place. By in place I mean that without using any additional space, we now would have reversed our array. In order to explain this approach in a more visualized manner, let's look at this. In the very first pass, what we are doing is we are swapping this element or the value at 0th index with the last index, that is the 6th index. In the second iteration, what we are doing is first with the fifth, that is second element with the second last element, and subsequently third with the third last element. And eventually we don't need to sort this element because it's already at a position where it doesn't matter you read the array from here or from the reverse direction, it will always come at the same position, that is the third index only. You can already see like there are only 3 elements to the left of it and 3 elements at the right of it. So that's pretty much the approach part. Let's just jump into the code. I'm assuming that we are having the size of the array and the elements will be provided these things in the input section. So I'm going to declare an array first. Let's say it has a size of 100. Also, let's declare size there itself. Now the first thing which I need to scan from the input line is the size itself. Once the size is scanned, I can now go ahead and basically scan in all my elements of the array. Since I know the size, I fired a for loop and now I'm scanning in all the elements into the array. So far we have scanned the elements into an array. Now let's start with the reversing logic. My goodness. Alright, let's fire a loop which will be starting from 0th index and it will run till size by 2. Now why are we running our loop? Only half of the length of the array given. For that, let's go back to the PPT. In this whole algorithm, or in this specific case, we only swap the elements half the number of size of the array. only half the number of times of the size of the array we swap the elements. See, the size of the array was 7, right? Here we swapped it once, one iteration. Here we swapped it second time, second iteration, and here we swapped it the third time, that is the third iteration. Again, it is less than half of the 7. Like half of 7 is again 3.5, so I don't need to write that. Just imagine if there were only four of the elements given. In that case, what would have happened is, first iteration, second iteration. So only half of the time we need to basically iterate on our swapping algorithm. That's why we are running it only half the size of the array given. What we are doing is we are swapping the array's first element with array's last element. Now last element would be like size -1, because the size of the array is 7, but the last index would be 6 because array starts from 0th index. But we also need to, like, once we have iterated with I equal to 0, we jump ahead with I equal to 1, but at the same time we also need to get one step back. Now how are we gonna do that? What if we subtract I from the size -1 every time we jump ahead? Just look at here. I equal to 0. I equal to 0 will be swapped by array of size -1 minus I. What's size? Size is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. Minus I. I was 0 in this case. So 6th element will be swapped. Second iteration. I is equal to 1. AR of 1 will be swapped with size -1, that is 6, minus 1, since I is 1 now. 5th element. This way we'll be swapping this. Now let's just go ahead and check how our algorithm's working. Run the code. Okay, so waiting my code to run. Oh, it already ran. 7 is the size of the array. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. I think we forgot to print out the array. Yes, we did. Let's do this thing again. Happens. Shit happens. Same logic like we scanned. We'll print array out. दुनिया में जैसे आए थे वैसे ही जाएंगे. Okay, so 7, 20 again, 30, 40, 50. Come on, say with me. 60, 70, 80. And guess what? We have our array reversed, but it doesn't look that good. For that, we'll just add some space here. Now it'll look good, I suppose. So this was reversing an array. I hope you got the concept, like what we are basically trying to do. Our goal is to basically solve this question, solve this task in place. Like minimum space requirements, space complexity should be there basically, and time complexity. Let's find out the time complexity quickly. So what will be the time complexity? Now we have traversed the array only basically half the number of elements, so it would be big O of n by 2. But since we consider only like dominant terms, it would be big O of n. And the space complexity, since we are using constant space, would be big O of 1. This is space complexity and this is time complexity. Pardon me for this, my handwriting, I can't literally seriously type from mouse. I'm not that pro. So that was it. Like it, if you